I keep doing this at the moment. I don't know why. Just going to sit here and wave at you. Good morning and welcome to episode 27 of the Blue Fern Yarn Podcast. My name is Shannon and I am coming to you from Norwich in Norfolk, where I live with my partner Tom and my cat Bennett. Bennett is in the room today. He has already tried to get involved, but he's still on the windowsill at the moment. So I don't know whether he will join us a little bit later or not. We'll see. We'll see. So today is Sunday the 12th of December. And I cannot believe we're already on the 12th. I don't know about you, but December is shooting by. And yeah, it's just crazy. I would record this episode normally around about Christmas. So I do something downstairs in the lounge where it's all Christmassy and things like that. But partner Tom has got the day off work today, so he was supposed to be going to work today, which is why I was going to record today, but yesterday afternoon he got asked if he wanted to have the day off, so he said yes, why not. So he's downstairs playing video games, some sort of samurai type one. I'm pretty sure he's told me, I just didn't listen, probably. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining me again on more of my knitting, crafty, crochet type journey. As I said, my name is Shannon. So where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram, Ravelry and Facebook as Blue Fern Yarns. You can also find me on my own website, which is bluefernyarns.co.uk, where you can find my hand-dyed yarns, hire knitting needles, crochet hooks and notions, other handmade notions, project bags, wool wash, pretty much everything you could think of. Oh yeah, and a few patterns that I've designed as well. You can also contact me if you wish via email, which is bluefernyarns@gmail.com. Yeah, or any of the other options. So you can contact me on Instagram, Ravelry or Facebook. Just beware on Facebook, I don't always get the notifications. If you've watched one of my previous episodes, you'll have heard me say this. I don't always get the notifications to say that people have contacted me through Facebook. I don't know why. I have downloaded everything that they've told me to get the messages, to get it sorted. I get them, I just get them like 2-3 days after you have sent them, which obviously isn't very helpful if you are asking me a question. So Instagram, Ravelry or my email are best places. Anyway, so yeah, just a reminder that I am doing a continuous make-along. And you can join through Ravelry. There is a finished objects thread there. There is also a hashtag on Instagram, which I'll pop on the screen, which is Blue Fern Yarns FOs. I completely forgot what that was. My notes are down here. So yeah, I'll put more detail about the continuous make along because I'm aware that I'm saying it every single time I'm recording and it gets a bit tedious. But yeah, prizes will be drawn at the end of December, so very first weekend in January I'll sort out some prize names and things like that, and then or prize winners, and I will share them on the podcast, the one that follows that. Yeah, anyway, so what have we got today? So we've got a two finished objects, a work in progress, and 2 half-finished objects, and some chatter. We've got the giveaway, 2022 knitting plans, and just a little bit of information of what I've been up to, and the shop update. So It has been a little while since I've recorded, so it's been 3 weeks, whereas normally I try and do it every other week. And the reason for that is because last week I was feeling awful. I just had a bit of a cold, no COVID thing or anything like that, it's all checked, but yeah, I had a bit of a cold, didn't feel very great. So yeah, that's the only reason for the delay. And yeah, that's it really. I'm aware I keep doing this at the moment. I don't know why. I'm just gonna sit here and wave at you. Oh gosh, that is terrible, isn't it? Oh dear. So, what have we got? So we'll go with finished objects first. Literally not in any particular order, just what's closest to me first. So this one has been on the needles for a while and I'm so excited to share that I have finished knitting it. So this is the Whitmore Cardigan by Amy Lowden. And it is the version for my nan. So I made one, oh gosh, a while ago, and I had short sleeves and it was quite cropped and it was like a silvery one. But I've made this one for my nan. It's a little bit big for me, but that is totally fine and I just love it. Just look at that detail. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. My next goal for a Whitmore is a Whitmore jumper. And I have already dyed up the yarn. I'm just looking over there because it is over there. I have already dyed up the yarn, but I have got a couple of things that I need to finish before I start that. And I've already purchased the pattern, so yeah, itching to get it on the needles. So yeah, so we've done the cardigan. And yeah, so I'm just going to talk about it briefly. I haven't sewn in the ends on the sleeve or the ends on the bottom. All other ends are sewn in. And there is a very good reason why I've left them out for now. So I have never made a garment for anyone else. I attempted for Tom and it didn't work. I think you've heard that one enough times. And it's still in the naughty corner. I still haven't picked it up again because I need to unravel it and then redo it. We'll get there. I think I started it in March this year. I only got to like August, September. It must have been after September actually. Yeah, it must have been after September. Yeah, didn't fit. I swatched and everything. It should have fit. It didn't. Luckily I didn't do the sleeves, so I didn't get stuck on Sleeve Island when I did the body, and then I made him try it on and it's a little bit snug. Anyway, so yes, this is only technically the first garment. I'm going to count this as the first finished garment that I have made for someone else. It is for my nan. I don't know how long she wants the cardigan or short or anything like that. I've told her if it, well, I haven't told her actually. I've said, I think I said this to my mum, if it doesn't fit, I'm not doing it again. But yes, so the only thing I will change is potentially the length. The arms are really longer than the body, but when you actually have it on, it's fine. It doesn't look weird. I have tried it on, but as I said, it's a bit big for me. And yeah, so yeah, if she wants it longer, I've got another skein again over there, of the same colourway in the same batches that I did for the cardigan. And yeah, I just need to, I have got the buttons. We went and bought the buttons yesterday. I have already put them down and don't know where I put them. Ow. Poo. Where did I put the buttons? Button, where's the button? Oh, found them. I've got the buttons. I will show them to you. They're nothing fancy, they're just simple buttons that have gone everywhere. I have to pick them up after the podcast. You remember this is not a professional podcast, right? If you don't, you do now. So these are the buttons. They are just hexagonal. I just had to count them there. Hexagonal, and they've got like this really cool sort of almost cube effect on there. So yeah, because we couldn't find any blue ones to sort of go with it, so we thought we'd go completely different and just go off-white. Yeah, and they should be okay. I didn't want anything too fiddly for Nan. Yep, it's done. I finally finished the Whitmore cardigan. It is so great to have that off the needles. It was so exciting to sit there and block it and just watch the lace sort of spread out and show off a little bit more. It was, oh, I love that bit. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love that bit. Brilliant. Okay, so another finished object that I've got, excuse me, they are part of my friend's socks, so I'm so far behind, and in fact I stopped buying the yarn because I just wasn't knitting it as quick as I wanted to. There were so many other beautiful yarns out there that I wanted to use. So I can't even remember what month this is from. I don't know if this is June or July. So I did do like just over half of the year. But I think this is June or July, and how gorgeous are these? I absolutely love these. They are so beautiful. So not my colours. Not that bright, and I mean, this one I would probably wear, this darker purpley one, but all of these I probably wouldn't. But I love them. You can get away with bright colours in socks, can't you? You can get away with any colour in socks. But yeah, so I have finished those. I completely messed up. I cast them on and I got them done in like 4 days because I think I was just getting a bit bored of all my knitting and I wanted something almost mindless. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to cast on some vanilla socks because they were kind of screaming at me. I was like, I wanted to get some vanilla socks done. So, can you tell the difference? Can you? Can you see it? It's glaringly obvious to me. Because I wasn't paying attention. On one sock I did 2x2 twisted rib. On the other I did 1x1. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. It really annoys me. I don't know why that I did that. Don't get me wrong, they're both beautiful in their own ways. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I am not going to rip back to redo it. I can't be bothered. They're only for me, so it's fine. The other thing that I did with these socks, which I am so pleased with, is I did the heel flap and gusset rather than the afterthought heel. So on all of the self-striping socks that I've done so far, they've always had the afterthought heel because I thought that would help the colour pattern work a bit better. But actually, because it's only a 4 colour repeat all the way down, I did not know that this was going to work like this, but it did, and it's amazing. And I can't believe it worked like that. I'm so pleased that it did. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes back and it all follows. Like everything just follows the same colour pattern. Is it weird that you get excited about things like that? I'm surely I am not the only one that gets excited about things like that. Please do comment below if you're the same. Like sock goals. If I hold it up long enough, do you think YouTube will select that as my front card. I don't know what you actually call it. Sock goals. Anyway, I was feeling quite low earlier, and I don't know why. I felt like I was in a bit of a funk, but now I feel like I'm starting to brighten up. So maybe this was a really good idea. I knew I had to record. I felt really bad that I hadn't. I have quite a bit to show you, and I just really wanted to sort of come and speak to you guys. So thanks for the therapy, guys. I'm aware I'm doing this a lot, and I'm doing this a lot. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Oh, I love a cup of tea. I've only got Yorkshire tea today, but I have found this company called Bird and Blend, and I've been eyeing up a few of their flavours, and I haven't bought anything yet, but I think I might be treating myself at some point very soon. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so we have got a few more things to show you. So do you remember what this project bag held last time? I'm not sure. So this is a project bag made by my lovely mum, and it is part of the autumn seasonal box that I did for this year, and it went with a lovely selection of autumnal tonal yarns, tonal, speckle, variegated, all sorts. Anyway, so I love this bag, and it's got like a kind of just flag. How amazing is that pattern matching? Well done, Mum. Yeah, my mum makes these, by the way. She is Miss Mandy Lou on Instagram, if you do want to follow her. She doesn't post too much on there at the moment. I can't remember if I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but she was in a car accident a while back, and she's still not, she's going to moan at me for saying this now, isn't she? She's still not fully recovered. Yeah, so she's still not fully recovered. She is okay, she's mobile, she can move around, but it hurts a lot. And the woman who is driving, or was driving, yeah, is not taking responsibility, is avoiding my mum now. And yeah, my mum can't work at the moment. So she is bored, and she can't knit properly. So she can do like 2 or 3 rounds, because she got permission from her physio, just FYI, she got permission from her physio. And yeah, she can't knit, she can't crochet, she can't, well, she could do bits, little bits, like 2 or 3 rounds, if that. But yeah, don't know what's going to happen. She's off work for the rest of this year at the moment. She's been signed off, but hopefully she will be going back in January. So yeah, hope she feels better. But yeah, so she hasn't been able to do any Christmas bags or anything like that because of this. But yeah, I do still have a couple in the shop if you are interested. They're a bit more botanical themed. It's probably not the right time of year for them, but they are still beautiful. But yeah, this was one from the autumn set she did. Anyway, put that back on the floor. And if you watched the last episode, you will know that this holds my cozy comfort blanket that I am making out of my 2022 palette yarn club that I am doing. So I say 2022 and I'm already working on them. I've included my sample set, which are these 5 just here. Hopefully the colours are showing up really, really well because it's winter. You get the light coming this way, which is nice from the window, but it's really, really dark this side, so I've had to turn the main light on, and hopefully it's not too yellow. But they are the sample set, and January has been shipped and shared on social media because I've been told that they got them, and these are the January ones. What I will do is I will pop in fact I'm going to keep talking while I do, so I'm going to pop in the sample palette set image, and then I'm also going to pop in the January 2022 image. So what I am going to do going forwards is I will be putting the listing up and giving myself a couple of weeks to get the colours dyed up and shipped out, and then after that I will share the yarn colours and make sure I've got a couple of extra sets available. So because some people were really interested in the what do you call it, surprise, really, the mystery, the sort of getting the yarns and not knowing what kind of colours they're going to be or anything like that. Although you get a sample image, you don't always see how, like, someone else may interpret the colours slightly different to the way that I do, which is totally fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And yeah, so the way I do it may be completely different to somebody else, and vice versa. But yeah, I am just making my cozy comfort blanket out of it. This is my pattern that is available on both my website and Ravelry, depending where you do want that. Yeah, it's entirely up to you. And the sample set was not designed to work with the year of colours that I've got. However, I think it goes quite well. I think it does anyway. It's supposed to be stripes. It's not supposed to be faded throughout the whole year or anything like that. However, the sets will work together month on month. So for example, where I've got all these yellows, greys and whatever, you're not going to get like luminous pink next, or luminous orange or green or purple or whatever. You're not going to get things like that. It will work. So this colour, in fact, any of these colours will work with the February set, which I've started dyeing already, which I'm so excited about. But I'm not going to share them yet. And that's just the end because it's finished. I'm just doing a magic knot ball every time and just crocheting it in. And yeah, so that is sort of my cozy comfort blanket. I am very much enjoying this pattern. I don't know if you can see the pops of yellow in there as well, along with some of the grey. Oh, I love it. I love this. Basically, the idea was to push me out of my comfort zone rather than just having a go and seeing what happens. I've really wanted to create set colours, and I feel so far, I feel like I've been working towards that, and it is great. I really love it. I'm really, really pleased. So I hope, fingers crossed, that I can continue doing it throughout 2022. But yeah, so that is sample set and January set. I do have, if you're interested, you don't have to, it's totally fine. So I do have a couple of sock sets left of these, and they're all in my platinum base. So they're all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and you can either get them on 4-ply or DK, so 4-ply sock or DK. And yeah, so I've got a couple of sock sets left of this one, and I've literally only got 2 DK sets of the January one at the moment. I have had a few people ask me if I'm going to dye up some more. At the moment, the answer is no, but I will probably be dyeing up some more later throughout the year, just for those that may have missed their chance and want a chance later. You may want to see how it all works together, I don't know. But it is entirely up to you if you want one later on or not. But I will be dyeing up a few more later throughout the year. But yeah, oh, I love that. I love a cozy comfort blanket. They are so nice. In fact, every time I move, you might be able to see that I've got my one here because I work in here for my day job, 4 days a week. This is the massive one that I made as a sample using up loads of different scraps. And yeah, that is what it is. It sits on the back of my chair because I quite often get quite cold. Not cold enough to quite put the heating on, but when it's got a tiny bit of a chill, I kind of want to shove that around me and I feel fine. But yeah. I didn't actually mention, I am wearing my So Faded by Andrea Mowry. Obviously, I didn't use yarn that faded very well, which is why you've got these stripes. But actually, I really like the stripes. I didn't when I was doing it, and ignore that little bit there because I stopped mid-row. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I just did, and I'm pretty sure I point that out every time I wear this. But anyway. But yes, if I stand this way, there we go. So you've got all the stripes that go down, and the black ones, and they work on the sleeves as well, apart from black because I only did 3/4 length sleeves. But yeah, I like this. Just did it again. I don't know what is going on. Do you ever find, yeah, I feel a bit scatty. Never mind. Never mind. So, I have got another 2 half-finished objects, and surprisingly, they are both living in the same bag. I only cast them both on within the last week, I think. Yeah, I think it was only the last week. But they're both living in my Craft House Magic succulent bag. I do need to get some more Christmassy project bags because I don't have any. That's Craft House Magic logo. Apart from one, which I know I'm getting for Christmas, because I may have sent the link to Tom and I was in when it was delivered. But I'll share that when I get it. I'm not allowed to open it up and share it with you guys or see it or anything like that. I have to wait until Christmas, which is really sad. But anyway, so they're both living in this bag. It's one of my favourite bags. I think they're all my favourite bags, to be fair. It's totally random. So we're going to show you the first one, and I have put them on the blockers just to show them off, because they've not been blocked yet, so they're a bit screwed up when you don't block them. So this is a Shorty Sock that I have made out of using the Camel's yarn. So I had bought 3 20-gram minis from the Camel's yarn, and these are the colours. They are absolutely beautiful. I've got the tags here. I don't know if she still does them in the wood or not. Yeah. Apparently I can't hold 3 tags together. I don't know if she still does them in the wood or not, but this is the tags that I got with them basically. And you've got, so this one is Tutu. This one is Sea Swell. And this one is called Shoreline, which I absolutely love. This one. It is so beautiful. Anyway, they all are. But I've had them in my stash for quite some time, not really knowing what I wanted to make with them. So yeah, I have cast on the second sock. Have not got very far. It is probably, it's really lame to show you this, to say that I cast it on and I've started. But like literally, that is all I've done of the second sock. Not even the full cuff. Yeah. And you may have heard a pop a minute ago. That's because I use these GPN cozies. And it's another one from Craft House Magic, which is just, the logo is in there. But yeah, anyway, so I have done one, and this is the first time as well where I've sort of faded the yarns. I've done it in a similar way that I did here, but I only did like 3 stripes of each colour, but I think that they fade quite well from one to the other. When you look here, here and here, they look quite different, but actually looking at the faded bit, they're not too bad, I don't think. Anyway, first time I've done that, and I'm actually quite pleased with those. I do feel like I could have got slightly longer socks because of the volume that's left. I think each one is about 12 grams left, 12, 13 grams left. I did weigh them, but I've forgotten the number. I didn't write it down. I don't know why I weighed them and then didn't write it down. I just didn't. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. What do you think? So yeah, 1 half finished object, 1 half and a bit. Not that you can really call it finished in any way, shape or form. Anyway, and obviously I've got another half finished object, so pretty sure you know what that means. It's another sock. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. So this is a new yarn that I have dyed. It's using a new to me process, and oh my gosh, I'm so pleased with it. So this is my new yarn and my sock that I've made. So I've just done the 1x1 twisted rib. I think I did it for about 15 rows, and I can't remember the number of rows that I did for the sock. I kind of just do it until I feel like I've done enough. I don't like really long socks. In fact, these, hold on, these are probably the longest socks I've made for myself. And you can see they're still not that long, but anyway, pop that back down. But yeah, so these are the new socks. So the yarn is dyed by me, and again they were living in that same bag, because I only cast them on not yesterday, day before, and I was just totally addicted to knitting these. And yes, so the yarn is called Silver Birch, and I will show off the yarn a little bit later because I've got a few skeins down here, and they will be going in the shop this week or the coming week. So yes, so really pleased with those. I think they are so lovely. So yes, it's called Silver Birch, and you've got like quite a few different colours in there, so if I get a little bit closer, hopefully they'll pop out. So this, you've got a very deep dark brown, but you've got some lighter browns through there as well, and then you've got some silvery greys, and you've got some speckles in there as well. There you go, you can see quite a few of the speckles, and it does sort of a micro, it sort of does a micro stripe, but the way that it works is when you're, so this is a 64 stitch vanilla sock. So when you work it, you'll get a stripe here, but on the next row down it will be further along, and the next row down it will be further along again. Does that make sense? So it's not an actual stripe as such. Yeah, I don't know how else to sort of describe it. It's like micro striping, but it's not. Micro striping would be more of sort of this all the way around. But obviously you don't get that with these all the way around. You do get them a little bit around the toe when you decrease, and then obviously when you've got the larger number of stitches because you picked up the heel flap and gusset. But yeah, anyway, really pleased with those. I haven't cast on the second one yet. I have got plenty of yarn here, which means I will be casting on very soon. Hopefully I finish them before the end of the year, maybe even wear them as my winter socks. Yeah, maybe wear them as my winter socks. What do you think? I like them. So yes, that's another pair of socks that I have finished, and I'm so excited. And yes, so they are my current whips and things that I'm working on, and finished objects and things like that. I do have another whip that I am actively working on, but I can't show you. So it is to do with my own advent. So this year I did my first ever Blue Fern Yarns advent, and it is amazing. It is so much fun watching various people open up their advents and share that they're enjoying the colours or the changes or anything like that. So yeah, it is really, really exciting. The advent was designed to be very, very random when you open it up. So if you were knitting something that was going to cause stripes, then it would be perfect to knit each day as you go along. But when you've finished the advent, if you haven't knitted as you've gone along, you can absolutely make it more into a fade, which I'm so pleased with, and I am working it in the fade, which is why I cannot show you. I did let loose that it is a shawl, and it is going to be massive. It is probably unblocked. It is about 3.5, 4 foot long already, and I'm only just over the halfway line. It's going to be massive. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna wear it like a blanket. It's gonna be brilliant. But I will share that with you after Christmas. So yeah, the next podcast will probably be the time between Christmas and New Year. So I call it Betwixtmas, because nobody knows what day of the week it is. Nobody knows what's going on. Yeah, and I heard it somewhere, and that's just what I call it, Betwixtmas. So yeah, so I will probably record between Christmas and New Year. I'll show you then. But I am so excited. It's probably going to be the only thing I've got to show you then. Maybe the finished socks of those two that I've just shown you. Still got other socks that I've just put down because I just haven't wanted to pick them up again. Just don't know why. I will do. The plan is to finish them because I do like them, and I will show them as soon as I have finished them. But yes, I have got a couple of questions. So, or I have had a few people ask me the same thing. Am I doing Vlogmas? And if not, why not? So obviously, if you do subscribe, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. But if you do subscribe, you've probably already noticed that I'm not doing Vlogmas. As much as I enjoy watching some of the people that I do subscribe to, watching their podcasts, watching their Vlogmas and things like that, it's lovely. It's not my thing. I don't feel like my life is that interesting. Sounds really lame, doesn't it? I don't have that much of an interesting life to share a little bit of it every day with you. It would be very repetitive and probably quite boring. So yeah, I don't do Vlogmas. I probably won't. I may do a week in a month at some point. I think that would be fun, maybe sharing some of my dyeing processes with you, and things like that, but otherwise no, it's not my thing. And I totally respect it. Takes me forever to edit and post one of my usual podcasts. I could not justify spending that much time on the computer editing videos when I've got other things I need to get done, and I still put them off and sit down and knit instead of doing like the housework or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, the housework does get done, but I really have to make myself do it. Oh my gosh, it's so random. Anyway, so yeah, that is basically why I'm not doing a podcast, or a vlog, sorry. This is a podcast. I don't do a vlog, Vlogmas, just because. So yeah, anyway, I I have got the giveaway. So last episode, which was about 3 weeks ago, or before then actually, I reached over 500 subscribers, which I am so excited about. I don't know how it's happened, but it has, and it is so lovely. Thank you so much, and thank you for anyone else who watches. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do want to see any future podcasts, episodes, anything like that. And yeah, and occasionally there are giveaways on YouTube only. So this is a YouTube only giveaway. And last time I asked you what was your favourite things about winter. Yeah, and oh my god, I got so many lovely comments. I didn't reply to them all because when I did a random comment picker just to check that it was working, because I'm trying a different one now, because the previous one for some reason won't work for me. When I did it, it picked the couple that I replied to because they picked my name instead. I was just like, no, that's not what I wanted. So I stopped replying. I did like them, so I'm really sorry that I didn't reply. There is a reason to it. Hopefully next time I will make that clear as to why I'm not replying in advance. So I'm really sorry if you sent me a message and I couldn't reply on the comments. But yes, I'm so sorry. So what could you win? So there are 2 lovely goodies in this, and there's going to be a few extra surprise goodies as well. So you've got a handmade project bag by my friend Hannah. So it's a Christmassy themed, wintry themed one. It's not Christmas specific, it's winter. So you've got this gorgeous silvery shiny fabric. I say shiny, it's not shiny, it's glittery. And I'm really sorry, it's been folded on top of my yarn basket just here for the last 3 weeks, so I'm really sorry it's a little bit creased, but hopefully that will drop out when you use it a little bit. And you've got this gorgeous fabric on the inside, which is just lovely. I really love that fabric. So yes, gorgeous project bag. And then also you've got a skein of yarn that is hand dyed by me, and it is called Snow is Falling, and it was a very popular colourway. And you've got all the blurred speckles, which is just gorgeous. Different colours of blues, turquoise, green. Love it. So the lovely winner, the name of the winner is, and I've written it down and I can't read my notes. So the winner is, I'll pop it on the screen as well, Sylvia McCormick. And yes, so congratulations, Sylvia. Thank you so much for watching and taking part. If you could get in touch and drop me an email at bluefernYarns@gmail.com. With your what do you need? Oh, with your address. Mind went totally blank then. So with your address, so I can pop that in the post to you, and hopefully you'll get it just before Christmas if you get in touch very soon. So congratulations. So the things that she enjoys mostly about sort of this time of the year is the long dark nights, snuggled up on the sofa and knitting with Aaron's, which I thought was so lovely. There were so many amazing comments. A lot of people like being snuggled up this time of the year. And I have to say, I am so there with you. I just absolutely love being snuggled up at home, under a blanket, knitting, crocheting, putting a crappy movie on, a nice cup of tea. Oh, it's just so nice, isn't it? Making the best of cold, horrible weather. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to show you this if it will work. So bear with me. This is Bennett snoozing on the windowsill. Sorry. He just looks so cute. My plant he quite often uses as a proper pillow, so the plant isn't doing so well over there. But if I move it, he moans at me, so he just shouts at me. I'm like, so I don't move it. Anyway, yes, so what else have I got to say? So 2022 knitting plans. Quite often a lot of people do the Make 9, and I have tried to take part in Make 9 before, and I don't do it. I don't follow it. I don't stick to it. Because there are so many talented pattern designers out there, and you've got these new ones that turn up throughout the year, and you're like, oh my god, I have to knit that. Oh my god, I wish I knew that was coming out. I'd have put that on my Make 9. Whatever. And yeah, so basically, I'm not doing a Make 9. However, I do have a knitting goal. So those that have followed for a while know that I only started to learn to knit. Is that the right way around? Anyway, started knitting in April 2020 during lockdown. And I just flew with it. I absolutely love it. It's so mindful to me. If I'm feeling a bit down, if I don't want to do anything, I just want to knit, I just want to do something, it's great. It's great TV knitting. Yeah, I love it. It's been a real therapy to me. In fact, I probably would have gone crazy through lockdown if I didn't learn to knit. Just because. And now I'm doing like garments, I'm doing lace work, so you've got a cardigan, I'm knitting my first garment for somebody else, which is just here. Ta-da! Anyway, I'm designing patterns for socks, a couple of shawls as well. Yes, and I'm well aware I'm doing that. So yeah, designing patterns and really enjoying my knitting basically. However, one of the things that I really want to learn, and I wanted to learn it before Christmas, but I had so many other things to do that I knew I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to get it done. I could have done, but it meant everything else would go out the window. So anyone who's got Christmas presents like this cardigan would not have got their cardigan. And the other bits and bobs that I've done. So my goal for 2022 is to learn and, I wouldn't say master, but master maybe, colour work. So like you've got so many amazing patterns out there where you've got the yokes and you've got these gorgeous intricate patterns down here, and then they're plain, or they might not be plain all the way down the arms or the bottom of the body or anything like that, I don't know. But there are so many amazing patterns out there that I would love to try. But I just can't get my head around how it would work. So, 2022 goal is to be able to learn and master colour work. I am probably going to start with a simple cowl. I'm going to pop... I don't know if it works, because for some reason when I put pictures in they cover the whole screen and they won't just narrow down, but hopefully over here there will be a picture of a scarf that my aunt did out of my yarns, which is called Polka Dot Mania, and I can't remember the name of the person who designed it, so I will have popped it on the screen for you. So I'm going to start off with one of those and see if I can make that work, because all your floats and everything will be all hidden just in case they're all messy. And by the end of the year I would like to have knitted at least one colour work jumper. Hopefully. they're my goals. That's what I would like to do. I've seen this gorgeous brioche shawl, and I really, really want to have a go, but I'm going to set one goal for 2022, and then maybe do brioche for the following year. So planning too far in advance probably is. You never know, I may get a point where I'm like, I'm going to give it a go anyway and do it, but we'll see. So, but yeah, 2022, by the end of the year, I want to be able to have knitted at least one colour work cowl, jumper, and maybe a hat. I might start hat knitting, because I've seen some lovely hats this autumn where people have been making some really nice hats, and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to try that one. Oh, I want to try that one. I'm not usually a hat knitter. I don't really wear them that often. Maybe I'll give it a go. And yeah, so we'll see. If you've got any colourwork knitting tips, if you could pop them in the comments or drop me an email, that would be great. I am so nervous about trying this. I'm also quite excited. I want to be able to do it. It's one of the things I want to be able to do, because there are some lovely jumpers. I've even got yarn that's up in my stash up there that I really want to use, but I can't use it. I'm saving it for colour work, so I can't use it until I've got the colour work decided and mastered, so I can actually use some beautiful skeins as well from other dyers as well. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Other things. So what have I been up to? So the last 3 weeks, should I say, I've mostly been sort of working. I have been, my friend Demi and I went to see an amazing show, and if you get the chance, please go and see it. It was amazing. It was just brilliant. It's called Fantastically Great Women. Fantastically Great Women. So it originally started out as a book for children, and these amazing people who also produce, what is it called? Six? I think it's called Six. It's another musical. So the people who produced that have produced this Fantastically Great Women musical as well, and it is amazing. It was really empowering, and it was just, I came out of there, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be an amazing woman. I want to change the world. I have no idea how I'm going to change the world, but you know, you never know, something may happen. If I get off my bum and stop knitting, maybe. Oh, hysteria is setting in. Anyway, so yeah, if you get the chance, please go and see it. It wasn't very expensive here in Norwich. I think it was like 25 quid, if that. I think it was less than that. And we loved it. We absolutely loved it so much. I really wanted to go and see it again, but just didn't have the time, unfortunately. Otherwise I would have seen it twice. But please go and see it. I think they're actually in Liverpool at the moment. Not sure, but it go and see it. Please go and see it. We also said our final goodbyes to my granddad. We all went to Bacton Beach, which is a place where my nan and granddad, when they moved from London up to Norfolk originally, they had a place in Bacton, and then they had another cottage which was literally right on the beach. It used to be known as the Seal Sanctuary, but the Seal Sanctuary, I don't know actually what happened to the Seal Sanctuary. I can't remember. Basically, it was no longer a Seal Sanctuary, that turning it into a residential home. And my nan and granddad bought it. When they bought it, it was basically a shell, and they turned it into such a lovely home. And then we did the garden, and yeah, so, and it was the place that he said that he started feeling like it was home. It's the first place he felt like he was at home in Bacton. So we went back to Bacton, we went to the beach. It was freezing cold. But yeah, so we went to the beach, we walked along for a bit with, so it's my nan, my uncle and his partner, my aunt, my mum, my brother and I. We walked along the beach, and we spread his ashes in the ocean. My uncle may have got wet. And yeah, it was so lovely. And we even saw a couple of seals, and that was really lovely. It was nice to say a final goodbye, and yeah, put him to rest. Yeah, for those that don't know, I lost my granddad earlier this year, and because of the dreaded COVID word, I was going to say C word, but you might have thought it might have been Christmas, but that's not what I mean. So COVID, I didn't actually spend Christmas with my family last year. A couple of them did get together, but I decided not to because I thought I was trying to be safe, and I missed my last Christmas with my granddad. But yeah, then he passed away, and he was very sick before, and then he passed away in August. But yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? Old age sucks. Anyway, that got really, really morbid, didn't it? Sorry, that was so not my intention. Sorry. It's real life, it happens, doesn't it? We have all lost someone we love. Yeah, how to get out of this? This is, I don't even know. Anyway, so now that I've depressed you all thoroughly, I am going to talk about my shop update, which hopefully won't be that depressing. So the shop update would normally have been on the 23rd of December. However, because that's just before Christmas, I thought I'd bring it forwards. There is a few top-ups of quite a few of the standard colourways that are already in there. There's some more snow is falling. There's one more sock set of the Holly and Ivy socks, which I've shared quite a few times on here, so I'm not going to share them again. And Bennett is going to fall off the windowsill if he's not careful because he's stretching out, but won't be the first time he's done it. Probably won't be the last. Anyway, but I do also have one new colourway that I am bringing to the shop, which is the Silver Birch, which is on these socks that I've shown you earlier. So this is Silver Birch, and all I can say is be prepared to be shocked because it looks completely different in the skein. So this is how it looks in the skein. And this is why, one of the reasons that I really wanted to show you as to how it would knit up, because it is so different to how it looks. So you've got that, and I haven't got that many hands, but this is how it looks in the cake. So it is, oh, I love it. Anyway, but these are how they look in the skeins. So I've got quite a few skeins available that will be available, and look at those speckles. So you've got some on my DK Platinum base. You've also got some on my sock Platinum base, but also don't forget that you can pre-order it on any of the yarn bases that I do offer. All you've got to do is go to the dye to order section, pop the colourway name in your notes when you check out, and I will get that dyed up and shipped as soon as it is dry. I'm currently actually up to date with all of my dyed orders, which I'm amazed by. But hopefully you do like this as much as I do. You can see here that it is a lot more brown, whereas in here, when you hold it quite far back, it looks almost black. But I promise you, it is brown. It is brown, it is not black. And yeah, Obviously, if you knit it on a larger needle and you knit it longer rows and things like that, the colours will work completely different. It will probably pull in some areas, but yeah. Anyway, so this new colourway, Silver Birch, will be coming to the shop, and hopefully you like it as much as I do. And yeah, so that will be the 16th of December. You will also be able to pre-order the February 2022 palette set. And again, the reason I'm doing them so far in advance is so you can actually work on them. You can order them, receive them, and work on them in the month that they actually relate to, which is one of the things that I personally really, really enjoy. I know, saying that, and I've already done my January in December, but there is probably going to be some time later in the year where I will not be as up to date on that. But that will be me. That is what it is. But anyway, hopefully that makes sense. We'll see. But yes, so that is pretty much everything I've got to say. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, joining me on my little journey. And yeah, if you want to pop a comment down, I promise I will reply this time, because I can. I don't have to worry about a comment picker picking my name instead of yours. And yeah, so lovely to catch up, and honestly I feel so much better now that I've spoken to you guys, rather than the funk that I was in earlier on today. But thank you so much. Take care. Bye.